Manchester United under Amorim are entering a new era. High pressing, quick transitions and a compact structure. It's exciting, but none of it works without the right midfield balance. Fans dreamed of Carlos Baleba, who had raw pace, energy and box-to-box brilliance. But Brighton aren't selling, so who can step in? Enter Lucien Agoume. Maybe not as flashy or explosive as Baleba, but affordable, tactically intelligent and the kind of player who could stabilize United's midfield pivot. And hey, £35 million is a lot easier to follow than £100 million for a dream you can't even have, right? United's midfield of this season consists of Bruno Fernandes, Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte. Solid on paper, but each has limitations. Mainoo isn't quite fast or athletic enough to cover all spaces in the Premier League. He's brilliant, just not Usain Bolt. Ugarte is aggressive defensively but limited in passing range, more like a short-range missile than a sniper. Bruno is brilliant creatively but sometimes leaves gaps in midfield. You know, the kind of gaps opponents love to exploit on a lazy Tuesday. United needs someone to balance that trio, a disciplined, intelligent presence who can cover spaces and distribute the ball. That's Agoume. He's not flashy, not Instagram famous, but dependable, like the one mate who always stands up with the pizza on time. Agoume is 23, French, came through Inter Milan, and now at Sevilla. He is physically strong, tactically aware, and comfortably, both defensively and in possession. Here's why he matters. He covers what Mainoo can't. Passes better than Ugarte and provides positional discipline Bruno sometimes lacks. He may not have Baleba's lightning pace or explosive drive, but in a system like Amorim's, measured intelligence is invaluable. In short, Agoume is the glue that could hold United's pivot together, balancing energy, awareness and distribution. Think of him as the glue in your leftover takeaway. And exciting to look at, but crucial if you want everything to stick together. Baleba and Agoume share key traits. The hybrid sixes, they're aggressive in duels, capable of progressing the ball, and comfortable in transition. Both bring energy and can disrupt opposition play. But let's be honest, Baleba has that extra spark. His pace, explosive dribbles, and ability to break lines, make him a game changer. Agoume doesn't have the same flash, but he brings stability, positional sense, and consistency. All the things Amorim values in a pivot. You could say Baleba is the Ferrari and Agoume is the reliable Volkswagen Golf. It gets you there every day. Baleba is the dream signing. He's dynamic and predictable, and with that special spark. Agoume is calmer, more disciplined. He reads the game, positions intelligently and passes with purpose. Think of it like this. Baleba adds chaos and flair. Agoume adds control and stability. Ideally, you'd have Baleba, but if he's not available, Agoume is the next best thing, a pragmatic option that doesn't compromise the team shape, like swapping champagne for a decent craft beer. Not quite as exciting, but it still gets the job done. Here's the kicker. Agoume's release clause is £35 million. Baleba would easily cost over 80 to 100 million if Brighton even considered selling. United could acquire a player who ticks the tactical boxes without draining the budget. Agoume might not wow the fans with solo runs, but he strengthens the midfield pivot immediately and affordably. And let's be honest, in today's market, £35 million is practically pocket change. That is, if your pocket is deep enough, of course. In Amorim's 3-4-3, the midfield pivot is everything. One anchors, the other carries. Agoume is ideal as the anchor. He screens the back three, digs a play and distributes efficiently. Paired with Mainoo or Ugarte, he solves United's midfield weaknesses. He covers spaces that Mainoo can't and delivers passes that Ugarte struggles with. He also provides positional discipline, which Bruno sometimes lacks. He allows the creative players to operate freely while maintaining balance. Exactly what Amorim needs for his high-press transition-heavy style. He's the friend who babysits the kids so the others can run around and have the fun without chaos. Of course, nothing's perfect. Agoume hasn't played in the Premier League. He's not as explosive or flashy as Baleba. He won't mesmerize fans with solo drives or sudden bursts of pace. But he's 23, adaptable and coachable. For £35 million, he provides a solid system-ready alternative to a player who could have cost double or more. He might not be the dream, but sometimes the reliable mate wins the pub quiz when the superstar flops. So here's the reality. Baleba would have been incredible. He's fast, dynamic and game-changing, but he's not for sale. Agoume is £35 million, tactically compatible and ready to contribute immediately. He may not have the flair that Baleba brings. Still, he gives United balance, stability and intelligence in midfield. The kind of player that lets Amorim's system function at its best. Sometimes the practical solution isn't the flashiest, but it gets results, and in the long run, that could be exactly what wins matches and maybe even a few trophies.